So what makes a car special? Well, it could mean a lot of things to a lot of people, but it's safe enough to say that it should be either of two things. Either it should do a lot of things just good enough in order to stand out, or it should focus on one thing and do that really, really well. This is a 2021 Audi S5 Sportback, and we're going to find out what kind of special it is. Or perhaps, is it even special at all? Well, let's start by talking about the design of the S5, and clearly there are some minor updates. It's not a design overall. However, the updates that it has got, all of them work towards making the S5 more aggressive than before. I'd go on to say that gone are the sleeper/luxury looks, and instead what you have here is a properly aggressive looking car. I especially love what they have done to this new larger grille, which gets chrome embellishments and is surrounded by a rather aggressive bumper design. The updated headlamps look nice, and the updated tail lamp looks spectacular. At the back, the S5 now also has a more pronounced spoiler, which again works towards making it look bold. And of course, being a sportback, as Audi calls it, it has a sloping roofline which merges seamlessly into the back. Lastly, on the sides, you now have bigger 19-inch alloy wheels which fill up the wheel arches better and accentuates the wide, sporty stance of the car. Now once you step inside the cabin of the Audi S5, the big change is right here, the infotainment system unit. Not only has it grown in size, but it has also caught up to the times. What I mean by that is that this screen is now a touchscreen unit. As a result, gone are the rotary controls that you used to have here in the center console, and instead you get a nice little cubbyhole over here. In front of you, you have this chunky flat bottom steering wheel, which is fantastic to hold, and behind it is the all-digital instrument cluster, which Audi calls as Audi Virtual Cockpit. Now remember, it was Audi who first brought this feature to the masses, so without a doubt, they are the best at it. There's absolutely nothing that comes close to the experience of using this virtual cockpit in terms of design and in terms of how intuitive the system is to use with the steering button controls. The Audi S5 also has these super satisfying rotary controls over here. All these buttons are really nice to use. They have a really nice satisfying clickety feedback to themselves, and in terms of quality, well, it's typical Audi. Everything here is top notch. Additionally, the car comes with part Alcantara, part leather seats, which look the part of a sporty Audi. And the car also comes with features like a heads-up display, support for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which sounds brilliant. Now there are some design implications of the Audi S5 Sportback roofline. Of course, it looks great, but once you're here at the back seat of the Audi S5, you don't have a lot of headroom. I'm 5'10" and I have just about enough headroom at my disposal. Other than that, the seats are very ergonomical, the seating comfort is fantastic, but you can only have two people seating over here. The third person in the middle will be quite uncomfortable because the center tunnel intrudes quite a lot. But now let's talk about the big advantage of having that Sportback roofline. And the advantage of having this sloping roofline is that when you open the boot lid, all of it opens up, and as a result you have this massive space that you can fill with luggage. So your airport runs or for your highway commutes, the S5 will not be a problem in terms of practicality. And I do not doubt that claim at all, as the car is genuinely quick. On top of that, when you put your foot down, the S5 has a raspy exhaust note to add to that sporty feel. As for the driving dynamics, for me, this is where the car really stands out from the rest of the competition. If I had to sum it up in one word, versatile is what it would be. That is because the S5 can adapt to several driving conditions. If you want performance, put it in dynamic mode, and the car, with its quick 8-speed automatic transmission and signature quattro all-wheel drive, makes for an engaging drive. The engine is responsive and delivers a linear performance whenever you ask for it. On top of that, you also have a very capable chassis, and that, along with the stiff suspension setup, sort of makes the car not only quick around corners but makes it feel more compact than what it is. On the other end of the spectrum, you have the efficiency mode, which dials things down and makes for a calm and relaxed drive. The ergonomics are wonderful, and if there's one thing that feels amiss, then that would be the steering feedback at high speeds. In the city, however, you will have nothing to complain about. So at the end of the day, the Audi S5 is definitely special. It's the kind of special that does a lot of things just good enough in order to make it stand out of the crowd. My takeaway after driving the S5 is that it's a very versatile car, like I mentioned. So if you want an adrenaline rush, this is the car for you. But if you also want that car to adapt to city driving conditions and everyday practical scenarios, well, the S5 can do that too. The fact that it's super quick is only the cherry on the cake.